The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage is?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Running left, it's Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Henry running right. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. From midfield, here's Brady.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Henry up the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Derrick Henry. Fights through and now a crease. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So that drive goes in 10 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. It's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
The Bucs at 7-1 now on the year, and they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. And it's good, and they've jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they're on a first or a second seed come playoff time.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down, back to Fournette.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Rosas' kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken in at the 3, and he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
On play action, now Brady. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Now it's Henry. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
And the Buccaneers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Fournette.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Complete right side to Otten.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Yeah, that covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Brady going to throw.
That's complete to Treylon Burks.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Henry.
Takes it to about the 37.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Henry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. To throw, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Saunders. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
This defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Here's Jake Camarda now.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Quick slant, Dotson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A first down carry for Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Now Brady. Eluding and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Fournette. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Back to throw.
To Evans on the slant.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. And this one is incomplete.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Running right through him. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Monty Rice in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2nd and 5 now. Brady.
As this complete to Woods.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Brady. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
They'll run. It's Henry. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 2nd and 4. Being chased out left. Oh, nice move. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
First down, here's White. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if it was to bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Here's Brady to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Vita Vea. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
They'll start with the option.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line.
2nd and 9 now.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Titans getting set to go. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play call, like how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Now someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy?
His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Otten. And they work this out past the 25. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And they have just about gone to halftime with the Panthers out on top. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Former number 2 pick Zach Wilson with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Dak Prescott strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. And meanwhile, for the Titans, it's been no contest in terms of the rushing yards. You see a much, much brighter picture there.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Nice pickup. 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as good running gets him to about the 44. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Back back to throw now on first down. And a catch right side by Evans.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This is caught by Evans. And they'll get this down to the 10. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up first and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be fourth down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
Rosas' kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's run down.
134 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Brady now on first down.
Running the slant, that's Robert Woods. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I didn't get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Brady.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. From the 38, Brady. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Now Brady. Airing it out deep for Woods. And it's a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So out come the Bucs now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. White running to the left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. On the draw, here's White. And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Tennessee offense set to go again. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
Here's Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The game there on 2nd down, that was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end,
Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Brady on third down. This is caught. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
From midfield, here's Brady. Over the middle here to Brown.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Now Brady. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. And the Bucs will take over here just shy of the 30. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. He'll look to throw.
That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Buccaneers.
They give to White on the option.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A shotgun give to Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
He's going to use his legs here. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll drop to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Cade Otton
from 13 yards out.
And the Buccaneers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
PAT up and good by Rosas. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Fielded right around the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. But once again, we'll see Robert Woods along with his Titans offense.
They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Brady going to throw.
Going to the right here and finding Burks. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
A first down carry for Henry.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. The pickup of 3.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And Woods has it complete.
And he will have the Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Henry up the middle. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Henry.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 30 on second down, Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
Fournette, a first down carry.
And he'll take this down to the 33. Fournette once more on second down. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to him.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown.
Chris Godwin.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bucs have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Brady. And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. But out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
To number 87. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Titans' 16-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They go play action here on 1st down. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Rashad Weaver
in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
2 straight sacks have them backed up now for a 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Rosa's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Brady. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We'll watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, Brady. And caught by Henry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
Now a handoff to Henry. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 162 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Brady. Running the slant, that's Robert Woods. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Off the option, here's Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Titans have taken a fourth quarter lead. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bucs ready to take over once again. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got Otten. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's a 2nd and 7.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. To throw is Brady.
This pass hauled in by Dotson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay a 4-point game.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for Tennessee, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.